Welcome to JVology Study Hall, session number 3. Study Hall is your location to increase your overall readiness and completion and completely eliminate overwhelm when it comes to the various giveaways, prizes, templates, courses, tools that are associated with the first JVology giveaway hosted by Canada's finest, Mr. J Facette. Now, with the study hall, we have various questions that have been submitted, but we also have a golden opportunity from our attendees who are also JVology subject matter experts and contributors to the giveaway. So you have the exclusive insight from the authors of the content that you will download yourself. So we will take things down the line, starting with Wendy and ending with RJ. Please introduce yourselves and tell us about your gift.
Yes. Hi. I'm Wendy Petties. I'm here in New York City, and I help women to create a life that they don't need a vacation from. That's what I do. I help people to figure out the best life that they could possibly have, and it starts with loving your life. So my gift is the Love Your Life check-in worksheet.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Can't wait to hear about everybody else.
Yeah, my name is Karen Rowe. I am from Calgary originally, but I moved to Tampa for obvious weather-related reasons about 6 years ago. I run a full-service writing firm. I am a ghostwriter, and I am known for helping elite alpha male business owners get their books written in 3 days or less. So I turn business owners into authors and establish them as experts in their industry. And the tool, you want us to talk about the tool right now? The tool I'm offering in the giveaway with JVology is called my Rapid Results Outline. This is a tool that I use every time with my clients for the last 10 years for hundreds of books to get your book started in under 20 minutes. So it's basically time exercise. It will interrupt whatever is going on in your head about what the book should be about, where to start, and get your outline done in 20 minutes.
Beautiful. Hey everyone, my name is RJ Redden. Entrepreneurs hire me to rocket launch their marketing message because most are shouting into a black hole, most are a carbon copy of everyone else, and many have problems getting engagement on and offline. So I create messaging that skyrockets your engagement and your bottom line. I do that through a Facebook Messenger and other chatbot variants. My gift today is it's like a little handrail for getting into chatbots. I call it Autobot, your lead generation chatbot. This is full template and full, handheld instructions on how to install, customize, and launch that chatbot, along with my chatbot offering you support and accountability along the way to make sure that you get the thing done. So that is my gift.
Okay, excellent. So we have 3 of the 50 gifts represented. Now, starting with you, RJ, and ending at Wendy, please tell us if there are any prerequisites prior to getting started with the gift that your target audience, or let's say someone who is looking to learn something new, whether it's chatbots, whether it's becoming an author, so on and so forth, are there any prerequisites that are needed? Maybe they need to be at a certain point in life or their career or business, or can they jump right in? Give us an understanding of the prerequisites, starting with RJ.
Excellent. I have one prerequisite, and that is I build chatbots on a platform that is separate from Messenger, and that is called ManyChat. Many, not many. ManyChat.com, you have to sign up for an account there because the templates need to be installed into an account. Second, you have to have a Facebook business page. These bots will not chat through your personal profile. There's no way Facebook is ever going to allow something like that. You've got to have a Facebook business page to connect ManyChat to. The ManyChat account, there is a paid tier, but you don't have to have it. You can totally go for free on this thing. You just need to sign up, hook up your Facebook business page, and you will be ready to start with chatbots.
The prerequisite for mine, I suppose, is a desire to want to write a book, or at least the foresight to see how you can leverage a book as a business tool to get you towards your goals. The genre would work no matter what. So if, I specialize in nonfiction, but the rapid results outline would work if you were doing a fiction piece, or I've even had people use it for screenplays and things like that. That's really all you need. I mean, other than you could just use a Microsoft Word document or even write it out longhand. So that's really all that's required there is, and I have people come to me all the time that don't even really necessarily know what they're going to write about. So you can use this tool to figure out what you want to write about. So that's what I would say is a prerequisite.
I'm so excited about all of yours. I'm like, oh my God, I have to check through and download and everything. So thanks for the information with yours. With mine, it's less of a tangible thing. Like, you're not going to have a book, you're not going to have a bot, but you are going to start thinking about what would make your life best. What would make your life good? And so it's just 4 simple steps. And I guess the prerequisite would be that you're fed up with being fed up. Entrepreneurs, especially women, I believe, can get a little isolated, can get a little overwhelmed, and can either want to give up or dive in full speed. And so this kind of level sets, what's going on in your life now. And so the prerequisite is that you want to make a change and are willing to do so, because you can have anything that you want. And that's really what I teach, is how to get what you want, and easily.
Now,
love that.
Starting with Wendy. Now, this question is very important.
Okay, I'm ready.
What will be the main lesson that your giveaway will teach the individual who downloads and completes the assignments or the checklist or the tasks that are associated with your giveaway? What will it teach them?
Yes. I think it will teach them that they can have anything that they want, but first they got to figure out where they're at now and not throw the baby away with the bathwater. They got to figure out kind of what's working now, what's not working now, and where they want to go. But the main point is the 4th step, and that's really do one thing. Everything may be going crazy and nothing may be going crazy. It may just be this blah kind of lifestyle, but if you can change one thing, if you can focus on one thing, you can start your life in a whole different trajectory.
I would say you would figure out what you want to write about first of all, but the most important thing you'll figure out is that you're making the book writing way harder than it needs to be. I think we let a lot of things get in our way from taking the actions of the things that we say we want. And so my whole business is designed around making book writing as painless as possible. So I think that that's the main thing they'll get is some inspiration. They'll also get included with the PDF as a module on how they can then use that outline to plan out and map the writing moving forward to actually complete that first draft.
I think for me, what people will get out of it is probably twofold. One, the mechanics of how a chatbot works. which, I mean, that's always nice knowledge to have. But if that were it, then I think that I probably wouldn't be in chatbots. I think that the main thing that people will get out of this is that we have been marketing our businesses. Entrepreneurs of all kinds, of all levels, have been marketing our businesses in a spray and pray method, in a mass-produced, everything sounds the same, come look at me, get more people on your list method. What if we could turn that completely around and make it a relationship-building thing? What if we could use personalized stuff? What if we could show our real personalities and start connecting and stop marketing? I think that's the freedom that chatbots offer, and that's what people will start to get connected to when they sign up.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
RJ.
Great question, Shadid.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
before we continue on, my attendees of Study Hall, you're watching the replay, you can get the 50 plus gifts in addition to the 3 amazing gifts that are being described in painstaking detail at JVology Giveaway.com. That is JVology Giveaway.com. You will go to the site, you'll see J Facet, you will enter your email, and it will take you to a landing page that will show all of the categories from sales to mindset to personal development, money mastery, so on and so forth. So JVology Giveaway is why we are here. And that is where you go to claim your 50 free gifts until August 25th. But you want to take action. You want to take advantage of this opportunity to grab a piece of knowledge, 50 different viewpoints, perspectives. The learning curve will be shortened by you taking advantage of this opportunity. Now, RJ, messenger rates are said to be up to 3 times higher in terms of open rates than email. Sometimes in some industries up to 80% open rate. Now, when someone comes into, let's say, your gift with the idea that email marketing is king, queen, jack, and ace all together, what is one tip that you can give to help them open their mind to the potential of messenger marketing?
I would say this, that even if you had a miracle open rate on your emails, let's say you have a 50% open rate, people, would that not just make you wake up in the morning and sing? Right. Even if you had something like that, you're still really only getting the feedback from your people of if they clicked on a thing or not. You don't know anything about that person, what they value, what they would consider valuable, if you can even deal with them as a client or not. You don't know anything, but did they click? Did they not click? Now with the chatbot, I can ask you all kinds of questions. I can figure out what's valuable to you and only send you messages that are actually valuable to you and not everything else. See, this is the point. I knew I would come to one. That all of our clients out there have built-in blinders. Just like roosters, when they crow in the morning, when they cock-a-doodle-doo, when they throw their head back, earplugs, built-in earplugs go in, or else they'd crow themselves to death, okay? So we have all got earplugs in, and we have all got blinders on, because 98% of the messages out there don't apply to us at all, right? Who is still getting Viagra in their inbox? Oh my God. Could that relate any less to me? And yet I'm still getting these. Why? Because we've been taught to spray and pray. So with email marketing, absolutely, it is valuable for some things. Some people still absolutely love that. And if that is your thing, honestly, if you want some more pointers than that, I've got someone to point you to. But if you are willing to give this technology a try, you can see how much more personal you can be, how much more targeted you can be with your message, and how much, much more of a return on investment you'll get with a chatbot. That's what I would say.
Karen, it is said that the average book takes up to 10 years to go from a person's brain to the bookshelf. You are delivering a gift that helps people write their book in a extremely quick amount of time for most people. What tip, mindset shift can you give that takes someone who has had the book on a shelf for years and years and years and years, life got in the way, and now they've come to your gift, and what can you help them understand about the process that will help them accept the idea that a book can be published in that amount of time?
Well, first, I believe everyone has a story to tell. I also believe that books, pardon the pun, have a shelf life. So the book that you're going to want to write today is going to be different than the one you wanted to write 10 years ago, and different than the one you might want to write for a year from now or 3 years from now. So in general, I recommend that once you get started, that you get to print within a year. So to be clear, the tool gets the book started in 20 minutes. I work one-on-one with clients to get their first draft done in 3 days. In general, though, you can expect that book will take, depending again on how much time you have to dedicate to it on a daily or weekly basis, you're looking at 6 to 12 months. And the reason I don't want it to exceed 12 months is, one, your momentum is, you're going to lose interest. You're going to get bored. You're going to get fed up. But two, it's because you're evolving constantly. So the mindset shift, I would say, is, first of all, to accept that your story has value. What you have to say is going to be different than what I have to say, or Wendy, or RJ, right? What makes you unique is your story and your experiences. So if you focus on telling that first, and then typically cut about 75% of that and start relating it to the reader, and how can your story benefit the reader. I think if you shift into service and how can my story help people and make a difference for people, how can I, if you get yourself out of the way, in other words, and start focusing on the message rather than on whatever you might be worried about, what are people going to think, it's not good enough, anything like that, then let me tell you, all of a sudden you can't get it done fast enough, because it's going to start making a difference for other people. That's what I think.
And you, Wendy? Now, in Wendy's case, women are amazing individuals.
Yes.
When it comes to a checklist that has the audacity to say, I'm going to love my life.
Yeah.
For many women, many great women often have the role, in some cases, or the burden of serving many other people before they first pour into themselves. And let's say if a lady is an entrepreneur, let's say a career woman, balancing that role of taking care of so many other people before she takes care of herself is often counterintuitive.
Yes.
So what would be the mindset shift that you can offer during this study hall that will help the lady who comes across this checklist to understand that it's okay to put yourself first for this experience to get the most out of the checklist?
Yeah, you nailed it, because that is often what happens. Women they say, I got to take care of my kids, my partner, my job comes first, the house, the laundry, and then if anything's left, then they can get to themselves. And that is exactly why this checklist and the work that I do is so, so important, because if you don't get to you first, you won't have anything for anybody else. So it's not saying, you know, nobody else matters, but it says that you matter enough to fill your cup, to use your analogy, first. You know, like I worked in the airlines for a number of years, and we're always told, you know, you put your mask on first and then help someone else, but we don't really do that, you know? And so, but in an airline, and I'm sorry, in an airplane, if something goes wrong and you have not put your mask on first, you can't help anybody else. And that's why we see so much, we see depression, we see vices, you know, things that are not healthy to our bodies, to ourselves. We see kind of half-assed relationships. We see, you know, kind of, you can't do it 100% if you're giving 10% to everything and there's 50 things to do. So this is why it's very, very important to take the time. Now, I know that some women will be like, oh my God, I don't have time for this. I can't even think about putting myself first. And that's why it's a simple, quick little checklist. It's 4 steps. You could do it in your car. You know, you could do it sitting down, just taking 5 minutes for yourself. You could go to the park. You know, you deserve 5 minutes to 15 minutes to just put yourself first. And then you'll get into the habit. It's like baby steps, and you'll get into the groove of really making sure that you can be full and whole. And I'm telling you, you can change your life. Now, you will get some pushback from all of the people and the things that are waiting for you to continue doing all these things for them. And I'm not saying you're going to neglect them. I'm just saying that you'll be in a much better position and much more well equipped to help the people that really need the help around you after you get yourself and take your life back. Because if you can get up in the morning and say, oh my God, I love this, then you make better choices, you have better boundaries, and you're able to really, really discern what's important to you and what you desire.
JVology Giveaway.com if you want to love your life and fill out the 4 steps to unlocking a happier life within your business, career, and lifestyle.
Yep.
That is your next step. If you have that story inside and you're ready to tell it to the world, your next step is to go to the My Rapid Results outline. And of course, if you understand marketing, you have a business, you have a product, you have a service, and you need a new and innovative way to connect through a device that everyone has nowadays, which is a mobile phone, then the Autobot chat messaging service delivered by RJ is the wisest move you can make in this giveaway. Now, I thank you ladies for participating in this part of the study hall. I want to switch gears and go into, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to bring up the gift of this study hall, sharing my screen, and this is delivered by the wonderful Linda Kane. It is called Ready, Set, Live Event. Now, Linda Kane, for those of you who do not know, it's very simple, ladies and gentlemen who are tuning in. If you are a 6 or 7 figure event host, and you're looking to, or you have an idea that you've monetized and you're looking to take it to the next level, it is very simple. You work with Linda Kane. Linda Kane is the event organizer to many of the stars of our industry. Heart-centered entrepreneurs go to Linda Kane, and that is the way it works. When Linda Kane talks, I listen. For many years, I host 48 events per year, and I speak at many more, and I host 2 conferences a year. And the things I've learned through friendship with Linda and my 1 hour and 20-minute interview with Linda have changed the way that I approach events for life. So I give her nothing but the highest endorsement. Now, since a conversation with Linda and working with Linda may be outside of where you may be financially or where you are in terms of event hosting, what you have here as part of the JVology giveaway is a planning guide to get you event ready. So let's take a tour through the guide. First of all, we have Linda's bio, 25 years in event planning. She has worked with a who's who, literally the Rolodex, the Linda Kane stamp of approval through her company at Blue Diamond Events is industry certified. So that's Linda right there. And you can go to eventsbluediamond.com to learn more, but you can download this gift right at the JVology giveaway. What you have is, if this guide is for you or if it's not, that way you know exactly. And if, let's say, you're not ready for exactly what it has, you can download it and store it on your folder somewhere on your laptop so that when you do evolve to this level, then you can take things to action. So there's some goals, there's questions that you can answer in terms of the desired result. How do you want to feel? So imagine yourself standing on a stage, hosting your event. Let me tell you, it's a great feeling. How do you want your audience to feel? So focusing on the experience that your audience is to go through. Now, where do you want to host your event? Do you want it to be a destination event? Do you want it to be local in your town? Do you want it to be at a hotel versus beachfront property versus Airbnb? There's many different options to choose, and that all ties into the audience's experience. It's often our natural instinct to focus on how we want our event to be, but when you focus on the experience that your attendees are to feel, then you unlock the magic to having recurring events, to having profitable events, and events that have raving attendees that people actually want to pay for and book on their calendar months in advance. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road, because you can host an event and you lose money. You can host an event and break even if you're talented. But the next level is hosting a profitable event. And these last two questions, from experience, these are the questions that people who profit from events ask themselves and their teams. How many people do you want to say yes to your offer? So is your event, for those of you who are watching, tied into a signature program, which can be a course, which could be a mastermind event, which could be group coaching? Is it tied to a larger theme, a larger offer? How much profit do you want to make? So that could be multiplying your attendees and factoring in your expenses and making sure that all makes sense in terms of the profit that you want to make. So there's a lot of power in questions. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the quality of questions that they ask themselves and the world around them. In this context, in relation to the events that you want to host. So now we are getting into the vision, and there's no success without vision. So we have a vision statement. My live event will be held in beautiful Annapolis, Maryland. There will be 5,000 attendees, and they will feel a transformative experience that they've never had before. Creating this live event will add more clients and income. That is very key. You can host events, but hosting profitable events is where Linda Kane separates herself from the rest. Make no mistake about it. I feel great, ecstatic, excited, liberated, empowered about hosting this event and inviting my audience to work with me. And now in this particular part, you want to list the transformative quality that you bring to the table. If you are working with, let's say, ladies and loving their life, that's what you put here. If you are helping alpha entrepreneurs write their book in 3 days, this is what you put here. And if you are taking business owners down the path of messenger marketing, that is what you put in this sentence. And new clients will say yes to joining my program and my event because Making an offer is often a nerve-wracking experience, and you want to envision being on a stage pitching your offer. It's one thing to sell on the phone, it's a whole other thing to sell on a stage. It's a whole different ball game, and Linda's getting you prepared with this by having you write out your vision statement. So this is a critical part of the planning process. Location, location, location. With many hotels, you have to make reservations up to a year in advance. Are you planning out your events to that level of detail? So the worst thing you can do is be behind the calendar in terms of rushing through this process. So city and country, month and date, in 5 locations. So let's say one food and beverage coordinator says, no, we're booked. There's weddings at this time. Keep in mind that there's certain off seasons for hotel rental that allow you to have cheaper rates. But if you work with someone like Linda, then she has the relationships and maybe she can offer a bargaining chip on your behalf. So those are some of the advantages of working with someone at that level. Now, take action. This is very important. This is the process. She's laying out the entire process right here for you, and it's amazing that it's in a few short pages. The budget. Oh, yes, because you can't have a profit without a budget. And she goes through the items and provides you with a sample worksheet on the next page. Very powerful food and beverage worksheet. So what you have here is a comprehensive breakdown of the live events process, the planning process, the vision process, and considering profit into the whole equation. Many event hosts do not think about what their offer is, and that is why their events often struggle and don't achieve the longevity that is needed. So that has been the study hall review of Linda Kane's gift. Now, on behalf of Wendy, Karen, and RJ, I am Shadid Q Eleazer, and today the Q stands for JVology Giveaway.com, and that's where you need to go to download 50 free business building gifts. It is the biggest giveaway of the year. I want you to be attached to greatness, so make sure you go to that link, JVologyGiveaway.com. Access your gifts. You have Study Hall available to log in and ask questions throughout Saturday. So take advantage, bring your questions. If you can't make Study Hall, email me your questions, send me your questions through Facebook, and they will be broken down in painstaking detail based on a true story by yours truly. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for having us.